Welcome back, and today we're going to be doing a Mortal Kombat 9 opening/unboxing live commentary review. Now, I purchased Mortal Kombat 9, or Mortal Kombat, for the Xbox 360 for a total of approximately $170. Now, you may be asking yourself, how is this game so expensive? I thought it was only $65 to purchase. Well, first of all, this is the most money I've ever spent on purchasing a console game. And second of all, the main reason it cost $170 was because I got the arcade edition, or tournament edition, which means it came with a Mortal Kombat tournament stick, or arcade stick. And the arcade stick is a replication of the original Mortal Kombat joystick that was made in 1991. So the arcade stick is basically a replication of something made 2 decades ago. And that edition, in addition to coming with the game and the arcade stick or joystick, also came with outfits and extra DLC for the game Mortal Kombat 9. The extra DLC with an avatar and 2 other character alternative outfits. Now, that cost about approximately $160. It's about $150 plus tax, so that was about $160 right there. And then the extra $10 was from DLC, or downloadable content. I purchased Freddy Krueger, and I purchased Kenshi, or Kenshin, and Kenshi, or Kenshin, it's probably pronounced Kenshi. He's a blind swordsman from Mortal Kombat, and I think Shang Tsung blinded him. And those characters cost $5 each to purchase. You can buy them with Microsoft points, or if you have or whichever currency is used on the PSN or PlayStation Network. This game is for the Xbox 360, and it's also for the PS3. Now, I still did not, even though I spent $170 on this game, and this was the most amount of money I've ever spent on purchasing a single console game, I still don't have all the content. I'm missing Scarlet and Rain, which can be purchased for an additional $5 per character. And even then, I'm still missing the pre-order bonuses that you get when you pre-order the game from a website or a store. For example, if you pre-ordered from GameStop, you would have got the Scorpion costume, and they probably have a pre-order bonus from Best Buy and Amazon. So I'm missing the pre-order bonuses. I'm missing 2 characters though, and even after spending $170 to purchase this game, I still do not even have the complete version of this game. You also want to purchase this game new. If you purchase it used, you may save $5, but you do not get you're probably not going to get the online pass. And you need the online pass in order to play online. So if you purchase it used, if your game does not come with an online pass, you're going to have to lay on another $10 additional by buying an online pass from Xbox Live or from the PSN, which stands for the PlayStation Network. So this is probably one of the more expensive games to purchase if you want the complete package that this game has to offer, which means all the downloadable characters, at least 1 pre-order bonus, the arcade stick. And the arcade stick is fantastic because if you played Mortal Kombat 2 decades ago, it's the same type of controller that you're used to, rather than using a standard Xbox 360 controller or a fighting pad or some other type of joystick or arcade stick. Alright, so let's look at the cover. As you can see on the front, you've got Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and it just looks fantastic. You've also got the Mortal Kombat logo on the back. Now, this cover represents action that's about to commence and unfold between 2 elite warriors, which includes Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Sub-Zero is a master of frost, or the ice master. The Scorpion has a spear coming out of his hand on the cover, and he's essentially uses fire instead of ice. Sub-Zero uses ice, so it's a perfect rivalry between 2 elite warriors, and this cover just foreshadows action. You can clearly tell Scorpion represents fire by seeing the background around him, that's covered in flames, and Sub-Zero represents ice, not only by having him wear all blue, but he also was holding, I guess, a giant ice ball, or ice beam in his hand. And you also have the logo, the classic logo of Mortal Kombat, so it's a fantastic cover in my opinion. I mean, you've got two elite warriors that are ready to battle, and it just foreshadows all the action that is going to take place in this game, because this game is essentially fighting to the death. Another reason why it's called Mortal Kombat. I mean, you're basically fighting for your life, and mostly, I guess, everyone in the tournament is mortal. Alright, so let's look at the back of the case. And if you flip it over, you can see the back, and it's got a picture of Raiden, and it's got a picture of some other characters. Raiden is a goddess under, he's the highlights of the game. So, it's something you'd expect.
Let's turn it over again, and we're gonna open the case and see what's inside. Once again, I got the tournament edition. There's a collector's edition, which comes with a book and shelves, a regular edition, and then after the regular edition, you also got the tournament edition. So the tournament edition is rare, but if you can find it, you'll get the joystick or arcade stick of the classic one used 2 decades ago for the original Mortal Kombat game. And it's just so much better in my opinion to play with that original arcade stick rather than just play as an Xbox 360 controller, especially for a game that's meant to use a joystick and not a controller. And it's great that you have the option to use the joystick if you have one, because the game is meant for a joystick or an arcade stick and not for a Xbox 360 controller. At least in my opinion anyways, because the controls feel a lot easier with that type of controller rather than an Xbox 360 controller. Alright, so we're opening up the case, and as you can see we have the disc inside. It's got the Mortal Kombat logo on it, and underneath the disc there's plastic, which is fantastic. So there's plastic which can protect. There's plastic beneath the disc which can protect your disc. Usually there's plastic missing over here, but for some reason this case has plastic and they didn't remove that, which was fantastic. You also have other, I guess, what would you call it? Pamphlets inside, and pieces of paper, manuals, and catalogs. Alright, let me show you guys what's in here. So here you guys can see this is a Mortal Kombat catalog with Mortal Kombat merchandise, t-shirts, a hat. What else is that? Looks like posters. And then you can also see the tournament edition, which is the one I have. Then there's a collector's edition above the tournament one. I have this one. I may do a review on the arcade stick later, so stay tuned for that. And then these are the book and shelves for the collector's edition. You may be able to find the collector's edition. And there's t-shirts and a hat. What else is in here? There's also the DVDs, which are Mortal Kombat Annihilation on the original Mortal Kombat. The arcade stick again. And there's a music album and game guide if you're interested in that. And apparently there's the last page of the manual says the digital series is coming in spring 2011. I think that's a web series for Mortal Kombat. And the cover page of the manual is the same picture used in the cover art of the Xbox 360 edition of Mortal Kombat. You also have some more pieces of paper here, or pieces of cardboard, whichever you'd like to refer to them as. Alright. This is what it looks like. I think this would be an online pass or
some type of downloadable content for the game on the back. Game content download. I think this that was online pass, or I guess of this too. Which one is this? Let's see here. Alright, you got the Ermac Classic character costume. This is what it looks like in game. It's not necessary, but they are nice to have. You also have these for your avatars. I think this is the one I'm currently using though. You have the Mortal Kombat shirt and the Scorpion costume. I think my avatar on Xbox Live is using the Scorpion costume right now. And that's a cool feature. And then finally you have the manual. And as you can see, there's no plastic missing over here. And the manual is maybe the shortest video game manual I've ever seen. Alright, the manual is basically just a front and back. It's only 4 pages. And the front is the same picture used in the cover art. I don't think I've ever seen a 4-page manual. But I prefer they cut back on the manual. They're going to come back in one area rather than cut back on the plastic that protects the disc, because if the disc is ruined then you can't play the game. So there you have it. This Mortal Kombat 9 for the Xbox 360. This is unboxing. I have the Arcade Edition or Torment Edition. I may do a review about the arcade stick, and if you want to purchase Mortal Kombat, you may be able to get it for a price that's lower than mine, because the game's been out for a while. So hopefully if you can find the Arcade Edition, hopefully it's went down in price. I mean, the more money you have, the more video games you can buy. So in addition to getting the Arcade Edition, you may also want to get the 4 downloadable characters, and that could cost you a grand total of about $20 if you want to get Freddy Krueger, Kenshi or Kenshin, Rain, and Scarlet. So this is an expensive game to purchase compared to other console games. But if you want to play Mortal Kombat 9 and get all the content though, then you're going to need to purchase all the downloadable characters if you want to have a full character roster. So thanks for watching this live commentary review of Mortal Kombat 9 or Mortal Kombat for the Xbox 360. I'll see you guys later.